then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. Hey guys, I just want to be talking about the original Matrix. Neo learning the horrible and sad truth about the Matrix from Morpheus. This is a fantastic, opening scene for me. When I first saw this on cinema, I was in shock. This is the first time I've seen anything like this, where, everyone's into gaming in this period in time. There's some big consoles out, there's some fantastic graphics, everyone's immersed in the digital world, and Matrix comes along and slaps you in the face, where it almost says, you need to question that reality that you're living, that daily grind, that daily hooking up to your system. And, everyone and your mates and everyone around you was thinking, have you seen Matrix? Because it's freaking me out a little bit. And this scene summed it up, where Morpheus sort of takes Neo into this simple white backdrop, chill out space. I love the simplicity of it. It's just the armchairs, the television, and them two just chatting away. No fancy effects, no ridiculous backdrops, just great acting and a little bit of weirdness goes a long way. And there's so much seeding in these little objects and all these things that are coming together. We talk about the red pill and blue pill later on. Morpheus has red chairs against a white backdrop. Matrix is always seeding the elements early on, even though his green tie contrasts against his black suit. Every color is managed here in the scene. It's beautiful, and the retro TV, the back of it that we see. And, as we go into sort of the Matrix visuals, they're very simple. They're very two-dimensional. They're very basic. They deliberately put themselves as like a stage show or a sort of backdrop where we say, hey, you're the fools that are just looking in, and, the machines are running the show. And that's really hard to capture on film. And I thought they did that really beautifully, where, it's going to zoom into sort of the new set design now, where Morpheus brings the chairs into the caverns of this space. And here we are again. We're just changing the backdrop. We're just changing the scenery, and we're switching the remote control. And that, again, it's back to that simple design, no crazy prosthetics, no crazy CG, just great acting, great prop design, leather chairs against the black caves in the background, and Morpheus looking so slick, and Neo just constantly in this confused state commands the sort of feeling that the Matrix is real, but it's unreal. Is it a fantasy? Is it like an idea? What the hell is it? And you're hanging off Morpheus's every word. You want to know more. You want to know what the hell is this guy going on about, because I'm intrigued. And this is where Matrix just pulls you in, because you've never seen anything like it. It's blowing your mind, and you want to know more. You want to know the truth. And as Morpheus uncovers the cold reality of the real world, we go into a state of sort of shock. For the first time in a long time, a sci-fi takes you to sort of like a horror state. It's like, oh my God, this is incomprehensible. How could this be so disgusting and almost so realistic at the same time? We've got the harvesters, the idea of the war of the worlds coming into this concept of biological control and automation and AI gone to a new level. And you're like, what the F is going on here? This is blowing my mind. And you're just taking it in at a basic level. You're not even looking at the detail. When the baby shot comes in, where we've got the sort of weird black liquid, you're like, oh, that's nice. The machines have oil to run on. And then it's like, whoa, what the hell? There's skin, there's baby, there's pipes. I can't take this. This is gone too far. And then we're going back to sort of the simple world of television and your fake reality. And it's like, here we are again. Juxtaposition. Morpheus bringing us back down to that weird stage show vibe. And Neo almost represents your inner feelings as a viewer. And when he talks about the battery, you have that own sort of like reflection on yourself. You're like, well, yeah, I'm part of the grind. I'm part of the daily ritual. And this is, again, where Matrix just grabs you and you're like not ready for it. it just takes you to another level. And the visuals with Neo when he comes out, you're like, phew, thank goodness for that. I'm glad that's over, quite literally. You've been living in a dream world, Neo.